Welcome, devoted Days of Our Lives fans, to another gripping installment of TV Days Drama Digest, your trusted source for the pulse-pounding speculation and heart-wrenching theories that keep Salem's stories alive in our hearts. Today, we dive deep into the unsettling mystery surrounding one of the show's most iconic figures, Dr. Marlena Evans. The question on every viewer's mind looms large and ominous: is Marlena being poisoned? The mere thought sends chills down the spine, yet the clues are piling up and the drama is reaching fever pitch. Join us as we unravel the threads of this tantalizing storyline, piecing together the evidence, exploring the suspects, and imagining the devastating consequences that could reshape Salem forever. Buckle up, because this is no ordinary soap opera tale. This is a saga of suspense, betrayal, and survival. For decades, Marlena Evans has been the beating heart of Days of Our Lives. A psychiatrist, a mother, a wife, and a pillar of strength, she has weathered countless storms, demonic possessions, kidnappings, and betrayals that would break lesser souls. Yet now, in the autumn of 2025, we find Marlena facing a new kind of torment, one that creeps insidiously, cloaked in mystery. Her health is faltering, her spirit is fraying, and the residents of Salem are beginning to notice. Could someone be orchestrating her downfall with a slow, deliberate poison? Let's delve into the evidence, the motives, and the heart-stopping possibilities that could confirm our worst fears. The unsettling symptoms. A slow descent. Marlena's recent episodes have painted a vivid picture of a woman under siege, not by the overt dangers of her past, but by a creeping, invisible threat. It began subtly, almost imperceptibly. A misstep here, a moment of fatigue there. But as the weeks have unfolded, the signs have grown impossible to ignore. Marlena, once the epitome of poise and resilience, is struggling. Her visits to Salem University Hospital have become more frequent, yet the doctors are baffled. Her vital signs, pulse, blood pressure, oxygen levels, remain stubbornly normal, offering no clues to the storm raging within her body. This dissonance between her symptoms and the medical reports is the first red flag, a whisper of something sinister at play. Picture the scene. Marlena, pale and unsteady, collapses into a chair in her office, her hands trembling as she reaches for a glass of water. The room spins, a dizzying whirl that leaves her gasping. She brushes it off, attributing it to stress or lack of sleep, but the episodes are becoming more frequent, more severe. Her daughter, Belle Black, has noticed the change. In a recent episode, we saw Belle's face etched with worry as she rushed to her mother's side after Marlena stumbled, nearly collapsing on the steps of the Brady pub. "Mom, are you okay?" Belle's voice trembled with concern, her eyes searching Marlena's for answers. Marlena, ever the protector, forced a smile, insisting she was fine. But we, the viewers, know better. The camera lingered on her face, catching the flicker of fear in her eyes, a fear she dares not voice. Then there are the nightmares. Marlena, a woman who has faced down the devil himself, is now plagued by terrors that wrench her from sleep, leaving her drenched in sweat and gasping for air. These are not the vague anxieties of everyday life, but vivid, haunting visions that seem to claw at her psyche. In one particularly chilling scene, she awoke screaming, clutching her chest as if something or someone were tightening a vice around her heart. John Black, her devoted husband, held her close, his own face a mask of helplessness. "It's just a dream," he whispered, but the doubt in his voice betrayed his growing unease. These nightmares, coupled with her physical symptoms, paint a picture of a woman under attack, not just from within, but perhaps from an external force. The poison theory. A sinister plot unfolds. So, what could be causing Marlena's decline? The idea of poisoning is not new to Days of Our Lives. Salem has a long history of diabolical schemes, and poison, silent, insidious, and devastating, has been a weapon of choice for many a villain. But why do we suspect poison in Marlena's case? The evidence, while circumstantial, is compelling. Her symptoms, dizziness, fatigue, nightmares, and a general sense of malaise, align disturbingly well with the effects of a slow-acting toxin. Unlike a sudden illness or a dramatic collapse, poisoning can be subtle, designed to erode its victim's health over time, leaving doctors scratching their heads and loved ones grasping at straws. Consider the medical mystery at the heart of Marlena's plight. Despite her worsening condition, every test comes back normal. This is a classic hallmark of poisoning, particularly with substances that are difficult to detect. Modern toxicology can miss certain compounds, especially if the poisoner is clever enough to use something rare or slow-acting. Could someone be slipping a toxin into Marlena's food or drink, carefully calibrating the dose to avoid immediate suspicion? The thought is as chilling as it is plausible. Then there's the timing. Marlena's symptoms began shortly after a series of cryptic events in Salem. A mysterious package left at her office, a strange phone call that left her visibly shaken, and an encounter with a shadowy figure at the pier. These moments, fleeting and ambiguous, have been woven into the narrative with the precision of a master storyteller, hinting at a larger conspiracy. Could these be the breadcrumbs of a poisoner's plan, laid out to taunt Marlena and those who love her? The suspects. Who could want Marlena harmed? If Marlena is indeed being poisoned, the next question is inevitable. Who? Salem is a town teeming with grudges, secrets, and vendettas, and Marlena, as a central figure in its history, has no shortage of enemies. Let's explore the most likely suspects, each with their own motives and opportunities to carry out such a heinous act. 1. A resurrected foe from the past. Marlena's life has been a battleground for some of Salem's most notorious villains. Could one of them have returned, seeking revenge? The DiMera family, with their endless schemes and thirst for power, immediately comes to mind. Stefano DiMera, the late patriarch, may be gone, but his legacy lives on in his children and allies. Could E.J. DiMera, grappling with his own demons, have inherited his father's vendetta against Marlena? Or perhaps Kristen DiMera, with her obsessive love for Brady Black and her history of targeting Marlena, has concocted a new plan to eliminate her rival once and for all. Kristen's cunning and access to resources make her a prime candidate. She's no stranger to manipulating situations to her advantage, and a slow poison would suit her flair for the dramatic. 2. A betrayed ally. Sometimes, the deepest cuts come from those closest to us. Marlena's role as a psychiatrist means she holds the secrets of many in Salem, and secrets can breed resentment. Could a trusted friend or patient have turned against her? Consider Hattie Adams, Marlena's doppelganger, who has oscillated between ally and adversary over the years. Hattie's complex feelings toward Marlena, admiration mixed with envy, could have festered into something darker. If Hattie feels overshadowed or betrayed, she might resort to extreme measures to assert her own identity, even if it means harming the woman she once idolized. 3. A new player in Salem. Salem is never short on new faces, and with them come new threats. Could a recent arrival have a hidden agenda? Perhaps a patient Marlena has been counseling, someone with a carefully concealed grudge, is orchestrating her downfall. The show has hinted at a new character, a charismatic but enigmatic figure who has been seen lingering near Marlena's office. Their interactions have been polite but charged with an undercurrent of tension, raising questions about their true intentions. Could this newcomer be the mastermind behind a poisoning plot, using their charm to deflect suspicion? 4. A family member's desperation. The most heartbreaking possibility is that someone in Marlena's own family could be involved. Not out of malice, but out of desperation. Belle, for instance, is fiercely protective of her mother, but her recent struggles with her own life could push her to extremes. What if Belle, believing she's protecting Marlena from a perceived threat, inadvertently exposes her to danger? Or could John, tormented by his own past and desperate to shield Marlena, be entangled in a scheme that backfires? The idea of a loved one being complicit, even unintentionally, adds a layer of tragedy to the story. The ripple effects, how poison could change Salem if Marlena is being poisoned. The consequences will reverberate far beyond her own suffering. Her family, John, Belle, Brady, and Sammy, will be thrust into a maelstrom of fear and suspicion. John, in particular, will stop at nothing to uncover the truth, potentially reigniting old feuds or uncovering secrets that could tear the Black family apart. Belle's devotion to her mother could lead her down a dangerous path, perhaps confronting suspects or digging into Marlena's patient files, only to uncover more than she bargained for. The broader Salem community will also feel the impact. Marlena is a linchpin, a confidant to many, and her decline will sow doubt and paranoia. Friends like Kayla and Steve, already seasoned in Salem's dark underbelly, might launch their own investigation, uncovering a web of deceit that implicates unexpected players. The hospital, a hub of drama, could become a battleground as doctors race to identify the cause of Marlena's illness, possibly exposing a larger conspiracy involving tainted medications or a compromised supply chain. The dramatic potential, a storyline for the ages. The poisoning theory is more than just a plot twist. It's a narrative goldmine. Imagine the tension as Marlena's symptoms worsen, each episode bringing her closer to the edge. Picture John, torn between his love for her and his growing suspicion that someone close to them is responsible. Visualize Belle, her lawyer's instincts kicking in, piecing together clues only to face a devastating revelation. The writers of Days of Our Lives have a chance to craft a storyline that blends medical mystery, psychological drama, and high-stakes betrayal, all while keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. One possible arc could see Marlena slipping into a coma, her life hanging in the balance as her family scrambles to save her. The race against time would force unlikely alliances, perhaps Brady teaming up with EJ, or Sammy confronting Kristen in a showdown for the ages. The revelation of the poisoner's identity could be a gut punch, exposing a betrayal that reshapes relationships forever. Alternatively, the show could take a supernatural turn, tying Marlena's nightmares to a darker force, blending the poisoning plot with Salem's penchant for the otherworldly. Conclusion: the heart of Salem at stake as we watch Marlena's struggle unfold. One thing is clear, this is no ordinary storyline. The possibility of poisoning elevates the drama to new heights, challenging Marlena's resilience and testing the bonds of those around her. Whether it's a vengeful enemy, a misguided ally, or a new face with a hidden agenda, the truth will come at a cost. For now, we can only speculate, but the clues are there, waiting to be unraveled. Is Marlena being poisoned? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: in Salem, no one is safe, and no secret stays buried forever. Share your theories in the comments. Do you think Marlena is being poisoned? Who's behind it, and what's their motive? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.